Hey guys, we're here for a get ready with me, and I have a basket. I went through, shot my stash. I want to use the Makeup by Mario Ethereal Moon palette today, so it's going to be a neutral look, but I am a neutral girl. We shall get my headband and pull my hair back. I washed my hair last night, so I left it alone. I asked Matt to check how long the back is when it's dry. And he said like the back is about down to here. So the front, like my hair comes down like this in the back. Well, when it's all back there. I'm still on the thought train of chopping it all off. Alright, skincare's done. I want glowy skin today. So I'm going to throw on a little of the Say Super Glowy Gel in Star Glow. I started a no-buy early. I'm doing a no-buy in January with a couple of my friends who are also YouTubers. Thought I just heard someone at the door. We are waiting for someone to come. They need to come in for like 5 minutes to do something with our internet. But anyways, yeah. So I have a couple of friends who also have YouTube channels who are going to do a no-buy for January. I decided to start, though, December 1st. I'm not having a hard time, man. But, like, I really want to get something. I haven't been on Sephora, though. But I really want to get something. Just a video. Doing my makeup. So we have that on. I'm trying to also like use this up, the Rimmel Multitasker Better Than Filters. I have the shade Fair. I do like this, but I don't use it all the time. So I want to use it up, and then I probably will not repurchase it. Just because it's not something that I gravitate towards using anymore. Like this kind of a product. Maybe one day. I'm just gonna throw this on my face. Just like that. I have a sponge. This one's from Paw Paw, I think it's called. Is that what's called? Paw Paw? It's like the pink sponges. My Real Technique ones are all dirty, I think. Or at least I couldn't find any clean ones. I prefer the Real Techniques over these Paw Paw ones. If I end up at a Walmart or dollar store, I'm gonna pick up a couple more, probably like 2 or 3 more Real Technique sponges. Okay. I just don't like this one. I like the Real Techniques one. This one's dirty because like it holds its form and it doesn't get all mangled. I don't know. Alrighty. So cream bronzer. Did I pick out a cream bronzer? I did not. I thought I did. Well, we're going to use the Makeup by Mario one, Soft Scalp. And I do need a clean brush for this. Because no, I got home last night and didn't feel like doing anything that involved cleaning, so I didn't do any cleaning of my brushes. So we'll use this brush. It says Beauty for Real Complexion. No idea where I got this from. Could be from Amazon. Could be from Ipsy or BoxyCharm. None of my BoxyCharm stuff has shipped yet. And now I'm thinking I might not even get it. Or it's going to be super late because the Canada strike post I'm pretty sure Canada Post is... I say Canada Strike Post. The Canada Post strike is still going. And I'm pretty sure Ipsy deals with Canada Post for Canadians. I'm hoping they realized and switched to somebody else for the time being so that us Canadians can get our stuff. Otherwise, I can see a lot of people who are Canadian canceling their Ipsy and BoxyCharm. Because I know I have my regular Boxy, but I also did add-ons. And I don't want... I mean, push come to shove, they would just refund me my money. Or they'd be like, oh, I'll just reship it. But it's like, the strike is going on, so we're not going to get it. Like, any packages, I feel like most of the packages are going to end up in a backlog, or they're going to get stolen, or they're never going to get to you. Ensley Rain, so far that I can tell, has not shipped, but they're shipping through DHL. So there should be absolutely no reason for that one to not get here. I looked, and it says the date for that package should get here by December 27th. And if you're like, hey, I thought you started, I know by December 1st. I did. I said I wasn't canceling my BoxyCharm. I was going to keep getting my BoxyCharm. The Ensley Rain, I ordered that the day it released, and that was like November 24th or 26th. I can't remember. But I ordered that, and I was like, yep. I don't think I posted pictures of my makeup look yesterday. I really liked it. What I don't like is that I sit here and do my makeup, and I think my makeup looks very prominent and we can see it. And then as soon as I step outside the house, I don't see my makeup at all. Even my eyes look like I just have mascara on. Why? How is that? Not that we need to see my contour or bronzer or anything. But, like, even when I take pictures sitting right here, you can see my makeup. It looks really nice. But then when I get to work and I'm, putting some lip gloss on in the mirror, and I'm like, wait a minute, like, where the heck's my makeup? It's kind of weird. Even the blush. That was the Makeup by Mario Soft Sculpt in the shade Light. That's a repurchase. That's my second one of that product. I'm going to go in with... Oh, normally I do contour first. I have a question about contour and bronzing. Personally, I feel like when you contour your nose and your jawline and stuff, you should blend it so that you're not seeing lines. You should blend it so that's not very noticeable. Other than, like, someone else should be able to look at you and be like, oh, wow, look at you. Look at that bronzer you got on. Look at that contour you got on. Is it a trend for people to put bronzer straight down or contour straight down their nose and then on their jawline and not blend it? Because I've been seeing that. And I kind of want to point it out to some people, but it's like, my mind is like, there's no way they looked in the mirror and didn't realize that they have that there. There's no, like, maybe they like it. Maybe they think it's supposed to look like that. Right? Or what if they truly don't know? What if they think that's how it's supposed to look and they don't realize you're supposed to actually blend it out so that you're not seeing the lines, so that you're not seeing orange or caramel on your jawline and down your nose, right? I just don't want to I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings and say something. I mean, I don't know. Yes, I'm kind of talking about referring to somebody who I really like, but it's like I don't want to hurt feelings or embarrass them, so I'm not saying anything. Nobody else has said anything, but like I know other people have noticed too. I'll just show you guys. No, I can't do that. Well, could I? See? No, I won't. I feel like that'd be buttholeish of me to do that. Did I do foundation? No, I didn't. I guess I'm not gonna do foundation now. I just did my bronzer and contour, and I was gonna use the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Glow, but I was like, I think I'm missing something. You know what it is? I put that Rimmel on and blended it in, and I think I might have thought that was my foundation. I mean, my skin looks nice. Okay. Not today, maybe tomorrow. Cause I'm not putting foundation on over my, cause I like how this is looking. But it just dawned on me. I'm like, hey, I forgot something. My foundation. That's okay. We're gonna do my eyebrows and then we'll do powder bronzer. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna mind my own business about how somebody else does their makeup. I'm just wondering if they know. I hear somebody. It must be David. I did hit 300 subscribers, and then I would drop back down again. That's to be expected. That's how it's always gone on my channel. I hit a certain number, and then I'm like, just wait, it'll go back down, and then it'll go back up, and then it'll go up again, and then it'll drop back down. And again, for me, that's perfectly fine. My channel is still growing. Again, I'm just a Canadian girl who likes to do her makeup, and I'm recording it while doing so others can. I mean, some people said they've learned some techniques and stuff from me. I don't think I'm really that good at doing makeup. I just like doing it how I like doing it. Learning new things along the way myself. And don't start biting your lip, Tammy. But yeah, I enjoy playing with makeup. I watched Angelica Nyquist. I know I'm pronouncing her last name incorrectly. I watched her eyeshadow palette declutter this morning. It still hasn't come, Grace. And I was gonna watch Batty Beans, but no. I feel like I watched an eyeshadow palette declutter yesterday, but who was it? Eyeshadow palette declutter is probably if I'm gonna watch a declutter, it's gonna be eyeshadow palette declutter that I'll watch. I don't like watching lip declutters, blush declutters. I just prefer eyeshadow palette declutters. Oh, did I run out? Nope, there's still more. I definitely feel like I have a preference for the micro brow pencil.
Mom,
yeah.
Did you buy these cucumbers for a specific reason?
No, just to eat.
Right.
Yeah. But yeah, I like, even though the Elf and Essence are my favorite brands for eyebrow stuff, because one, they're affordable, they do have nice colors, but the colors I bought from them, just after a while, I'm now realizing I need to go like a tone this color, soft brown. This is the Rimmel Brow Pro Micro. It's in the shade soft brown. I bought 2 of them, like, it was before December 1st. Before I started my no buy, I bought 2 of them because they were on for $5 each. Okay. Eyebrows are done. I've only been using this one the past week, so when I do my weekly, what ended up back in my drawers, this might be the only eyebrow product that ended up back in my drawers. I need to remove my nail polish at some point today too. Alright, I'm going to go in with the Merit. Mine can pretty much, it's empty. This is the plastic part it's hitting. I'm at the point where I have to like take my finger in here, or I could scoop it out and like depot it, but I'm too darn lazy. I got this in one of those Sephora favorite kits. I used to suck her up. I do like it. My thing about this though is I feel like I went through this so fast. You don't get a lot of product. I kind of wish they would take, okay, one, L'Oreal and CoverGirl have sticks like this that are coming to the market. I've seen them both on Instagram and TikTok. Will I purchase them? Probably when they come out. As long as I'm not doing a no-buy. Like, definitely not in January. I like this product, but I went through it so fast. Like, I'm talking, it took me like, what, 3 months to use this up? But there's still a product down in here, so, but I like it. I didn't think I did, but it gives like a nice wet look. Merit is, I have several of their lipsticks. Their lipstick formula is one of my favorites. Oh, that just reminded me of something. I'm not going to tell you guys yet. Oh, wait. I was telling my husband something last night. He's like, oh, that's a good idea. But, oh yeah. So would I buy this full size? I think about a month ago, I said no, I wouldn't pay full price for it because I went through it so fast. But honestly, I really like it. So yeah, I guess I would pay full price for a new one. I feel like you guys can't really see it. But I went through it fast. This is a full size. And this one's the shade Bounce. It's a... Oh, my glasses are here. Day Glow Highlighting Balm in the shade Bounce. And yes, CoverGirl and L'Oreal are coming out with highlighting balm sticks like this. And then I think L'Oreal's coming out, either L'Oreal or CoverGirl or both are coming out with bronzing sticks as well. That are like this. So, I don't know. I like Merit. I'm going to put some lip balm on I'm going to put on one of my favorites, Sephora Lip Sleeping Mask in Cocoa. Just while I finish doing the rest of my makeup, I can feel that my bottom lip is peeling. I think it was a couple of days ago, my bottom lip did crack right in the middle. And then I started plastering stuff on it right away, so it didn't, I can't believe how my skin looks with just the products that I put on and I didn't use foundation. I used to be a no foundation girl. I'm still a no foundation girl because I thought I could never find foundations that looked nice sitting on my skin. So far, all the ones that I've tried this past year have sat nicely. I learned for me, I need hydrating foundations, glowy foundations, satin foundations will even work, and beauty blenders for blending mine out work the best. And my skincare routine. Gotta have a good skincare routine for what's underneath to lay down nicely. We're gonna use the Pat McGrath bronzer. Because I'm still like, do I like this? Do I not? I'm going to use this for real, Beauty for Real brush. It just says powder, but we will get this in here and slap some of this on the face. I'm going to record, I think I'm just going to do it probably tomorrow or even tonight, my makeup collection. Am I going to do the entire makeup collection or do eyeshadows one video and then the rest of my makeup in another video? I might do it that way. I don't have a setup where I can like have a camera facing down at my desk, so I hope you guys won't mind if I'm like showing the eyeshadow palettes like this, and hopefully you guys won't mind. I mean, if you're really interested in knowing what I have, you won't mind. To me, when people show, it doesn't really matter to me what way they show, but I am a busy nose. I'm the biggest busy nose, though, when it comes to, again, eyeshadows. I love eyeshadows. Even though blush is my thing, I'm a sucker for eyeshadow palettes. All right, Pat McGrath. It's going to be interesting to see what makes its way back into this drawer. I do have a highlighter, but we'll get that last. I'm going to do Rare Beauty, because I was trying to think, like, eye look is probably going to be cool toned. So I'm going to use the Rare Beauty liquid blush. Ooh, I should mix that, too. Where's that at? So we're going to use Rare Beauty in Courage. And then we'll mix in some of her highlighter in Enlighten. So we'll do dab. I want my skin to look nice. Dab. And then a little bit of this. I only have 2 of her full-size blushes, 1 of her full-size highlighters, and then 1 mini of her blush. Because it's liquid, I just don't want to have too many. Also because I have quite a few of the e.l.f. liquid blushes, which to me, if you want to save some money, go get the e.l.f. ones. They're just as good as the Rare Beauty, if not better. I like both. But I have quite a few of the e.l.f. ones, and I really like them. I only have one face, and I like bouncing back and forth between what I'm using. Where is... Oh, it's not here. Where's the e.l.f. Stiffling brush? Where did you go? Well, here's one. You don't have to use a e.l.f. brush, but the e.l.f. Well, it's the e.l.f. Putty Blush brush. And just mix these together. It's nice and light. I just did 1 dot of the blush, but this is a nice color. I might have done a little bit more on this side actually, but that's okay. Just blend those out. Don't worry about it looking like rounded or anything. That's what your sponge is for. Or you can even just take this brush and just pat over. It's up to you. Just pat over the edge. Just like that. Alrighty then. Okay. highlighter that I dug out today is the Give Beauty highlighter in Platinum. Well, it says Check My Glow in Platinum Cowgirl. I think Check My Glow is the name of the product, but the color is Platinum Cowgirl. Looks like this. Reminds me of a Real Techniques highlighter. I'm just gonna like swirl this all in here, and we're just gonna swipe it on like that, and that is pretty. There's like no glitter, it's straight up glow. Like, let's go skating on these cheeks without, with. And again, I like, this is my kind of highlighter. I have a couple other that are not sparkly. I like highlighters that are glowy and wet looking, not sparkly, not glittery. Oh yeah, I like that. I like it. I'm glad I picked this up. I was gonna skip on it. Glad I picked it up. Okay, for the blush, I like how my skin looks without the foundation. Wow. We're gonna use the MAC powder blush in the shade Mocha, and this is a matte blush. Here's my problem with my MAC blushes. I have a couple, and I haven't found a brush yet that I feel like works for picking the darn product up. Because sometimes I'll sit here and I'm like swirling and swirling and trying to pick the product up. And I feel like I've been having a hard time doing so. This brush is mangled. This is a Morphe. I think it's just because the way it ended up drying. Would this pick it up? And there's a hair falling out. So we got some color on there. I don't need a ton. Here we go. I just want a little. And that glow is still picking up underneath, which is nice. I'm just kind of like bouncing this. I don't know the exact eye look that I'm going for today, but I know I want to use that palette. It's been on my mind. So I was like, today we shall use it. So that's in the shade Mocha. It's a nice cool tone. It doesn't really show up. Like, you have to, I don't mind that it's not like straight up pigment. I don't mind building it up. It might piss some people off though. Sorry for my language, but it's true. I could see it ticking some people off because some people don't want to have to sit there and try and build the product up. I don't mind though. And again, if it's too much for you, just take your brush and just go over the edge. I don't mind being cheeky though. And again, I feel like half time my makeup looks more prominent when I'm sitting here than it does when I take photos outside or like out of this lighting. All right, for the eyeshadow palette. Moonlight. Ethereal Eyes Moonlight by Makeup by Mario. So we're going to use this one. Again, no idea what I'm going to do with this yet. I just know that I want to use it. And then the lip product combo I have, I think that will work. I'm not 100% sure. But again, we'll see what happens. So I'm going to take this bad boy. This is from, it's a Harry Potter brush from, I like the little designs. I think I got it from GRWM. No. Cheyenne. I'm going to start out with this shade right here and then maybe pop into that one. So I'm just going to have my eyeball open and put this in the crease and blend it up here. with the shade first. We'll see what I do. I have no idea yet. I just want to use this palette because I've been thinking about it. There's a couple of palettes actually I've been thinking about, but we'll get to them. How many palettes have I used this week so far? 2? 3? No idea. Or at least how many have I used since emptying out my drawers. So that's that color. I'm going to go into this one now. Man, I'm starting to sweat. I got sweatpants on and a sweater. I had to make sure I had some clothes on before the internet people show up. Okay, I'm gonna go into the shade right here. Kind of put that up here. I'm not sure my eye look is gonna match my blush look now, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. The possibilities with this palette. I'm gonna take this brush. I'm gonna dip into this shade and the smoky gray. If I'm looking in a mirror that's behind you guys. Will I, on Christmas Eve, I'm doing opening shift. I'm like, will I get up early enough to sit down and do like a Christmassy eye look before that shift? Like, I'm thinking of doing full glam for my opening shift on Christmas Eve. They're gonna be like, Tammy, what time did you get up? And I'll be like, 2 o'clock this morning. I wanted to make sure I was looking Christmassy. Because I'm like, what palette would I use for a full glam eye look that's Christmassy that I have in my collection? I'm not sure. I mean, I do have some palettes with color, but Christmas colors like red and green and gold. I feel like it looks like I have the blue on. It looks to me like I have this color on top, but I didn't put that up there. Was there a palette? I feel like there was a palette I was thinking that would look nice with this one too. What one was that? I don't remember. I feel like there was a palette I was thinking about that would actually go good to use alongside this one. I'm going to go into this brown right here and kind of run that along my lash line. And on my lid. I put away 2 loads of laundry this morning that had been sitting there for like a week. This is starting to look smoky. I can't seem to stay away from smoky eye looks. It's looking smoky and it's looking... I need something. I need skin tone color. One sec. also feel like the lighting's going in and out, so it's looking different every time I look in the darn mirror. I need, what do I need? A nice brush, for one. Ooh, that looks like a nice brush. I'm going to use this. I'm going to go into the skin tone color, because it's a face powder. I want to put this up here, because it's looking too grayish up here for me. I feel like the way I just did this, it has my eyes looking sunken, and not liking that. So I need to change this up. I'm gonna dip into this one and this one, and we're gonna put this all across the lid. For this kind of color, I like cool tones, but this needs to come up higher and be blended all together. You guys, I don't know if you have any idea what I mean when I say that, but I feel like the eye look and my cheek is not going to go good together, but we'll see. It's like I know what I want to do, I think. So we're going to go all over the lid, blend it up to right there. Okay, that'll work. On the lid, blend it up and out. I think I'm possibly ruining this. We shall just work with it. Work, work, work. Then I'm going to go back into this brush. Dip into this. Yeah, it's like very gray. But we'll make it work. Work, 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 work. Na, 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 na. I'm gonna dip into this shade and put this out here. We're doing smoky again, guys. I know. Maybe I'll do a colorful look tomorrow. I was gonna say a smoky colorful look. I don't know. I've just been liking the smoky eye looks, because by the time I'm done, like, I know, again, it looks prominent here on the camera and when I'm sitting here, but and then it looks like I have nothing on when I am out of this lighting. I'm thinking my friend Chris is taking a break from YouTube right now. Chris does makeup and more. She's been on Instagram, but she's not reading my messages, because normally when someone reads something, it says seen and it says what time or however many hours or minutes ago. But she's definitely been on Instagram, because it shows when she's been on there. But it's like, girl, you ain't gotta ghost me. I think she's taking a break from YouTube and possibly just from talking to anybody. Or at least taking a break from talking to me. And I'm not gonna take it personally. But hopefully she's okay. Because her and I was it last week? Before she went ghost mode, we were talking, and I won't ever say personal stuff, but I was saying, like, nobody has to post every day. If you don't want to post, don't post. Like, even myself, if I don't feel like posting, I'm not going to post, right? And it's okay. There's no rule stating you have to post every day. There's no rule stating you have to even post once a week. Like, post when you want to post. So we're going to leave that there. My thing is, as long as she's okay, and she's, yeah, taking a break. Some people need a break. Some people just, you know, they're losing their inspiration, or they're just burnt out. They got things going on. So I feel like I have not used this shade yet, but it's like, I don't know that I would. Well, I guess we're gonna find out. I like how I'm like, I've never used this shade, and I don't know if I would use it. And then I'm saying I don't know if I'd use it as I throw it on. Okay, so it's got like this. Okay, that's pretty. How would that look over just a brown, though? It's this shade here. It doesn't look like it would turn blue, but maybe it just turns a color based on whatever you're putting it on over. This isn't the color that I was going to use, but we'll start out with this, I guess, since I've already threw it on there. Let's do the other side. You could just leave it all matte too. You don't need to use no shimmer, but we like shimmer over here. This is not everyone's cup of tea either. I'm a neutral girly. I like cool tones, warm tones, neutrals. I like sparkles and toppers and shimmers. I don't like glitter. I'm not a fan of glitter. But I do have some glitter in my collection that came in palettes. Okay, that's pretty. But is that the color that I'm going to remain with all day? Probably not. I want to use... So, we can definitely leave it here. I want to throw on... Is it this one? This one doesn't really look sparkly, but I like the look of that. I kind of want to use all the colors that's in here. I'm just going to put this one over top. I know, someone's like, Tammy, leave it. No, I don't want to. There's still a hint of that blue in there. I'll have to use this palette again and just do not that color over top. But it's okay. It's pretty. Hit the Makeup by Mario Master Mats. You could also just pull this palette in to use with those as well. I feel like at this point I'm just making a mess on my darn eyes. But makeup's fun to play with. Yeah, I know some of you are like, you just ruined it. I'm going back into that brown that's right here. It doesn't really show up brown, but I think it's because I have those cooler tones underneath. Good thing for layering, because I can easily change this look up without having to wipe the makeup off, and I can just go over what I've done. Like, bam, different look altogether. I mean, that's nice. I could definitely leave it there. Wow, my husband, he doesn't text till like hours later. Wow. He was he's taking a course today. So, yeah. You guys could definitely leave it right here. And it's perfectly fine. I'm not going to though, because I don't have anywhere to go today. Well, actually, I am taking Grace out to do something later. Again, we're just waiting for the internet guy to get here. If Matt gets here before the internet guy gets here, then Grace and I are going to head out for a little bit. If not, her and I will go out tomorrow. I have something I'm helping her do. Yeah, if you come to subscribe to a channel of a girl who has no idea what she's doing, you've come to the right place. I only slightly know what I'm doing. I know I want to use this palette again today. I just wasn't sure what direction I want to go in. I don't like these sponges. Like, look how mangled and dented. And it's not because I need to replace it. They just, right from the get-go, these Paw ones have been like this for me. I'm not gonna leave it here. I think I want to see what this looks like. Yes, I gone in with another color. That's pretty. This is a case of me trying to use the entire palette in one sitting. Don't do that. That's pretty. So this one here. That's what I'm putting there. I think just an idea, if you guys wanted to try, if you have this palette, you could do like quad, although that would be shimmer heavy, like quad. You could do this row, this row, this row, because sometimes using 2 shimmers is fine. If you want to do all matte, you could do these 3. You could do these 3, but this one's like a slight shimmer. You could do these 3 and you get this shimmer. Maybe that's how I should have done this palette. Should I wipe this off? Because you want to know something? Now I'm looking at this row right here and I'm thinking like, I bet you these 3 shades here would look really nice. Do I click out of here, wipe off my makeup, eye makeup, and come back? I think I will. I'll be right back. Alright guys, I'm back. I just got all the eye makeup on. If I need to fix my brows later when we're done, I will. So we're gonna start out with my face powder on my eyelids, just to have like a neutral skin tone color all over. I know, you're like, not this again. Well, sometimes you don't really see what you want to do until you see it, okay? And it took me a moment. I'm gonna put some of this face powder down here. This is the Pure 4-in-1 pressed mineral makeup, broad spectrum SPF. It's in the shade Light. I don't really use this as an all-over face powder. I have it specifically just for like my eyes, maybe the random T-zone. But if I have to fix up my cheeks later too, I will do that. Okay. So, after a brief moment of insanity, coming to my senses, because I have used this palette a few times already, on camera, off camera. I feel like my looks, I always end up going smoky, and then it can end up looking a little muddy, depending. Because, as much as I like this palette, I feel like I have to put a little bit more thought into... I can't just do what I just did and sit down here, because then I end up in every darn shade like I just did, because I don't know what the heck I'm doing with this palette. That being said, I still like the formula. I really like it. I just need to, I think, take a step back and really look at it before I just deep dive into here next time. So I was just saying, I think, like, if we do even rows like this, so I'm thinking, like, wouldn't this row here possibly come up with a nice look? It's very cool tone. So I'm like, what I need to do is start out how I would start out a normal look. I'm gonna go into this shade right here. Put this on my lid, blend it up. This is like a take two. This is a nice soft. I'm going to go into this shade now on this brush. And put this up here. And we're just going to lightly start building this shade up. So it's up here. I'm not going to put this one down on the lid. We're just going to keep this one up here where my eye is open. Do the same thing over here. So somebody asked me, I don't know if I brain fog and fart, right? I don't remember if I already mentioned this. I was asked the other day at work between this palette, the Ethereal Moon, and the Huda Icy Nude, what one would I recommend between the two if they were only able to purchase one. I gave all kinds of thoughts and opinions on the Huda Icy Nude one, and I didn't even mention this one, so I think that tells me between the two, I would get the Huda Icy Nude. I did do a video. I have a couple of videos up of that one. One of them being, did I do it yesterday or the day before? There is one from the past 3 days. I used that palette again. I just think there's more variety in there. I do like the toppers in here. But again, you guys just seen me. I pretty much went into every single shade except for these two. And I just made a mess. Okay, I didn't go into that one yet. Okay, sorry. I didn't go into these four. But I went into 6, 7, 8 shades. And was about to make a complete mess. I mean, I probably could have made it turn out nice. Unlike the regular one, again, I like the formula. I'm glad I do not regret getting this. But I feel like I have to actually put thought when I sit down to use this one. Because it's so cool toned and it's like those grayish tones. It's not like this one. This is the first one. Love it. This will probably always be a favorite of mine. But this is cool tone. But I can look at this and I know that whatever I do, it's going to look nice. It's not going to... it's not going to end up starting to look ashy or muddy. This is such a nice palette. Just a heads up. Especially if you missed out on getting this. e.l.f. has a new 10-pan palette that, depending on where you live, it may already be available. Here in Canada, it isn't yet. It looks an awful lot like this. Not in this format, but you know they're 10 pans where it's like 10. Keep an eye out. Might not be the same formula, but it's the same. It's the same color story. So, but yeah, I've never done a look with this where it turned muddy or ashy. Again, this is like cool tone, but it's not grayish cool tone. This one has that like grayish cool tone. I mean, you guys could probably see it was looking gray. This one I have to put more thought into it. This one I also think I probably do need to, or possibly may need to bring in another palette to use with it. Like for instance, like it could be an all matte palette, whether it's one of his palettes or another brand's. I don't think it would matter. But I need to, yeah, be careful. Because cool tones do look good on me, but this one pulls more grayish. So I think that's why when my coworker was asking between the two, I didn't even talk about this one. Pretty sure I straight up said the Huda Icy Nude one. I do like that one. You can also do more looks. In case you didn't see it, I'll show you guys because I have it right here. It's in this drawer because I've used it this week. All the makeup that I use this week at the end of the week, either Saturday or Sunday, whenever I get a bit of free time between those 2 days, I will do a weekly roundup of all the makeup that went from my collection into this drawer at my vanity. I'll show it to you guys, give my thoughts, opinions on it right quick, and then it'll all go back to my collection, and then we'll start over for a new week, see what makes its way back into my vanity drawer. But the Icy Nude, I know. This one does have grays in it too, but this one so far of the looks I've made wasn't pulling that gray cool tone. One, there's more options in here. I think I prefer the toppers that are in this palette over the shimmers that are in here. This one can get quite messy with the shimmers, but I feel like you wet your brush, or like for instance, I use this shade Stunning, but I put my finger in it and then I rubbed it on the back of my hand before going in so that I wasn't getting all the chunks up here. It still made a little bit of a mess, but some of these shimmers, they do better if you put them on your finger first, rub them on your hand or whatever, and then go in. Because it's like warming them up helps them do that. It gets like this nice glide that's metallic and pretty. So yeah, the cool tones in here are not, they don't make, so far they haven't pulled that muddy look that I feel like I end up giving myself with this one. But I think it's because I need to like sit down and they're both very pretty. If I had to choose this, not that, I would choose this because it doesn't make me look muddy, but I prefer the shimmers that are like the toppers that are in here. And I don't know how many times I can say that. This one, I wonder if they should, I feel like they should have done a black in this one or a deep dark brown, darker than this one. But yeah, it's good. It's got like mauve pinks, some like neutral colors here. Very pretty. Imagine using this one with her other palettes. I have rose quartz. I think this would go nice with that one. But yeah, I pretty much told my coworker between the two I would pick this one up. I don't regret getting the Moonlight one though. But I do have to put more thought into it when I use it. What's that? When on earth did I used that yesterday. Okay. I was like, how did that palette make it in there? I used that yesterday. So am I done building that up? I feel like you can barely see it. It's there, but barely. So I do want to use that blue. And I'm going to go with a smaller brush for the blue. I probably will go back into that pink shade, but we will slowly put this blue out here. I just don't know how high I should go up with this blue. Because, like, what do I blend the blue out with? That's my question. Without turning this into a muddy mess. Or do I just take the blue the whole way over and then then top a shimmer on it. Let me see. Don't worry, guys. I know blue can be scary. Don't be scared of the blue. A primer. I don't use eyeshadow primer. Eyeshadow primer might be good to use with this palette. This is definitely not the right brush to use with this. I'm gonna dip into the blue. I'm probably gonna take that first color that I used and blend over the edge in a minute. I'm gonna blend the blue on the bottom, or do I want to be brown? I think I'll do brown on the bottom, because some of the blue did kind of fall down here. Some of you may be like, wow, you should have just kept going with what you were originally doing. Maybe. Maybe. Okay, I'm gonna go back into this one here. It's like a grayish pink. I'm just gonna blend. Yeah, it's looking gray. I like gray looks, but not... It might also be the fact that... I don't know. Shit, I hear people out there. If they come to my apartment right now and I'm looking like this, oh my gosh. It's like, excuse me, I'm trying to do a makeup tutorial here. It's not going good, but I'm going back into that blue. Because I feel like I'm losing it. Matt is going to come home from work and be like, what have you done? And I'm like, trying to use this palette again, and I I forget how I originally used this palette. I feel like I'm just making a bloody mess. What's up, Grace?
Are you recording?
Yeah. Why?
All I was saying is the telescope supposed to go around to all buildings, or is it just ours?
Oh.
But if it says that it only should take him 5 minutes per building, approximately, he should be able to finish it within maximum 2 hours. It shouldn't take him that long.
I mean, depending on what spot in the house. Look, it looks like nothing's going on there. I'm sorry if I'm wasting your guys' time with today's video, but I feel like it's not even sticking. What have I done? Dear Lord. Well, you know what they say, or what I usually say, just throw glitter over it and what have I done? I have ruined it. I hear people talking, so I know they're about to come up here. In that case, I will pause you guys once I hear a door knock. Okay, like what shimmer do I want to use? We're gonna fix this with shimmer. What have I done? I'm kind of thinking I should go over it with this shade right here. Because that blue is not bluing. I may have just turned some of you away from buying this palette. Oh, I feel like a cream. Okay. Well. We're going a different route, guys. Okay, I like that color. That blue's not going on the way I was thinking it was going to go on. I'm just going to come out here right quick. That's a nice shade. It feels like a cream to me. So we're going to plop that on. Just like that. Have no fear, guys. I'll fix this. If I just turned you away from using this palette, I apologize. Or if you have it and you're like, dang, Tammy. This is not my best work. Oh my. I feel like I should be on that TV show, The 100. I just need to take some of this and just like drag it down my face. How's my eye makeup? Is it looking okay?
Sure. I mean, it doesn't really matter.
Would you go out in public with my eyes looking like this?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay. Grace doesn't really care. So you just take your sponge and go over the edge to try and clean up any mistakes. I will get some concealer like, I'm gonna get voted for the worst makeup tutorials of the year. So we'll just take some concealer and we'll start here. This is the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Eraser. It's a eraser multi-use concealer in the shade 110. It's like one of the lightest shades. Where's my concealer brushes? This is a Morphe brush. I don't know if it's for concealer or not, but we shall use it to clean up the mess that I got going on here. I know. Sorry. This is why I like sitting down playing with makeup, though. Because you never know what the heck's going to end up happening. Running that along up there. Down here, just in case I got anything down here. If you're wondering about this, it's because I have puffy eyes here, so that's not makeup. See, still there. It's like a very annoying shadow. Okay. We're going with this still. I'm not going to wipe this off. I didn't put anything extra on this. I'm just, whatever's on here and on my lid, I'm going to blend it up a little bit. Seriously. I want to say this is user error, okay? Because I'm oh my gosh. I cannot do it. I cannot. Is this user error? I think so. This gotta come off. How can I use this palette in a way that I'm not gonna end up looking like a clown? I know how to do makeup, okay? I just joke when I say I'm just a girl who has no idea what she's doing. Now I'm wondering if I'm just trying to make myself think I really like this palette, and in reality, maybe I don't. Okay, I really like the toppers, though. I still like cool tones. Here's what I'm seeing. I'm having a problem with the mattes, because I'm applying them the same way I do every other damn matte eyeshadow that I do. But I feel like it's pulling too gray. And then it looks too muddy. I'm going to put some more concealer on because, you know, just to fix things up. Maybe this palette, you need to not be me. Make sure there's no eyeshadow. I really apologize for this very long video. The title will say user error multiple times. This is going to be a long one. I apologize. I'm going to put some blush, fix my blush up right quick. I can't be looking like this. Okay. Let's fix my blush. Maybe I'm just not meant, as much as I want to use this palette today, this is the palette I've been thinking about. It's not, I can't, am I, like, what are your guys' thoughts on it? Let me know. I need to know people who actually have it and who have been using it. Is this too gray for me? I don't remember what I did the first time I used this palette. Like, that's gone over my head. Let's try this again. Okay, I'm going to take the browns right out here and blend them. See, I shouldn't have to be able to only use the browns in this darn palette, though. I should be able to use those grayer tones. But are they too gray? This is gray too, but... yeah, I think this palette might be too gray tone for me. So it's not the palette itself, it's the tones. I don't think these tones are for me. What did I do? I need to go back. I know I've done 1, maybe 2 looks with this already. So that is what I can do. I just took these 2 shades and mixed them. Bam, bam. But I don't always go right here and blend out. Sometimes I just have my eye open and I start blending up here. It shouldn't matter what order I do it in. The look should still work. So I'm thinking maybe I just can't do... I just might not be able to use these colors right here. Well, I can use the black, but like this color, the blue, this. I might go look up some tutorials on how people are using this. Or I might have to put it away and think about it and come back to it again another day. Like, I've been thinking about this palette. Like, this is cool tone. Again, I like cool tones, but it's not, this one, these 2 colors together work. Now my eyeball's itchy. I know I've used this blue, and I'm pretty sure I've used this shade in a previous video and I liked the look. I'm going to go into this shade right here. I'm going to just plop that on there. Like, I wanted to do something not so basic and brown with this. I wanted to, but it's too, I don't know. I'm still keeping it. What I might do is pull in another palette next time, maybe a warm palette. It's like, I mean, it's pretty, but it's so basic. Like, that's nothing wrong with basic. I didn't want to do a basic look with you. I wanted to do something different other than what I normally do. Because this is a what I normally do kind of look. If I take a pencil brush, I thought I had one out. I don't, I wonder. What if even taking like a pencil brush into this color here, smudging it down here like that. I will say, in the third try, there's no fallout on my face of any of the shades. So that's a bonus points. Yeah.
Should I just go and do the 2 resumes by the school? Oh, you.
Well, because you want to know, because I want to ask for job applications so we can fill them out right then and there, and I want to be there when it's done.
What do you mean? This is an application.
That's a resume. There's also job applications too.
Oh.
Just wait.
Sorry. Guys taking forever.
I don't control other people. Oh, you have lots of time still. So I think we're going to leave it here before I mess it up for the third time. I do not want this palette turning into a regret. But also, if it ends up turning into a regret, well, nothing I can do. I want to give this a couple more shots. I have a coworker, though, that I might see if she wants it. You know what? I like the shimmers in here. I feel like this one does not work for me. As much as I hyped this up, I did hype this palette up. Because I liked it. I know what look did I do? I feel like I did a smoky look when first 2 looks that I did out of it. Maybe I'm just having an off day today. I want to use it a couple more times, and then clean it up. If I'm still having like that thought of like I just don't like how it's looking on my skin tone, then I have a coworker who I think this might work for. I mean, I like this. This is so basic. Between the two, though, I prefer the other Ethereal Eyes one better. I'm not wondering, like, do I waste my time trying to make this palette work? I don't know. We'll see. I'm going to keep it for now. I'll try and do another look with it. Let me know what you guys think. If you have it, is it working for you? Do you find it's too muddy? Is it too gray? This is the look. Let's throw some mascara on. I'm feeling kind of disappointed with it right at the moment. But that, again, it could be user error because maybe as much as I wanted to use it today, I should have probably just used something different. I'll come back to it another day. I just have the Tarte, what's this called? Lights, Camera, Lashes. Just a mini. This palette, I'm thinking, it might be one of those palettes where I just use one matte on the lid, blend it up and out, and then a shimmer on the lid, and then call it done. Or a palette that I just use to smoke out looks, or I don't know, a companion palette. The palette is not a dud. It's the color. I think it's the color, sorry. It pulls too gray. Even though I like gray, like how you guys see things in my videos and how I see it, to me, like I always say, it looks different. This look here, there's nothing wrong with it, but I don't want every look that I do from this one being me restricting myself to only using these 2 shades and one of the shimmers. I want to use this shade because it's so pretty. So we'll see. I'll go look up some looks, see how, I need to see different people with different skin tones to see how their looks with this palette are done. And not the looks that Mario himself is doing on models with like 80 lights and stuff like that, reflecting and bouncing off their faces, their beautiful skin. This palette doesn't feel very ethereal to me anymore. The toppers, though, the toppers are my favorite in this. The mattes, though. But again, not every color story, not every color tone is going to work for everybody. I already knew that before I bought it. The reason I bought this, though, was FOMO, fear of missing out. I didn't want to not buy it. And then down we were all like, dang, man, I wish I would have bought it. The amount of people who missed out on the first one, Ethereal Eyes. And that one, though, I will recommend that one forever. This one, I think you got to be okay with the undertone always pretty much being like gray. At least on my skin tone. Somebody who's lighter complexion, it might not look so gray. Because again, we all have different skin tones too. Some of us are cool tone, some of us are neutral, some of us are warm tone. And then you gotta go into like fair, medium, deep, porcelain, super dark, like... It's like that saying says, just because something works for one person doesn't mean it's going to work for you. I think this is one of those palettes. I could see me using this palette so I could use the toppers with other palettes. How could I make this work? Bringing in another palette. Just an example, I could grab a Kylie palette. This one's her mauves one. But I could probably mix these together. This palette's so good. Doesn't have to be the same color story, but you could bring in... It doesn't have to be like an all matte palette. She has her smoky palette. This one has grays in it. I've used this one, but... It's like, I don't know if you guys can tell, but this one looks muddy on me. I've never had this one so far look muddy on me. So I don't know what it is. I don't know. But like, you can definitely mix palettes. This one will go into my drawer since like I said, everything I use this week is going to go into this drawer. We'll finish off now with the lips. And then I'm gonna skedaddle out of here. So yeah, the eye looks fine. It's so basic though. It's not what I wanted. But even this is looking a bit gray around the edge. Anyways, the lip combo. Wherever Walnut by Makeup Forever. Can't really see what I'm doing. I don't really have an upper lip, so don't come for me. But just gonna put a little of that on. I just like following my natural lip line. I'm not a fan of trying to create my lips to be bigger. We have Merit lipstick, signature lipstick in Millennial. I don't like using lip liners because I feel like it just accentuates how big my bottom lip is and how non-essential exist. Oh my gosh, my top lip doesn't exist. At least that's what Matt says. But that's how it looks to me too, anyways. Yeah, so I guess this is our look for today. Sorry if you guys are as disappointed as I am by this long ass video for starters. Sometimes this is what happens though. I start doing my eye look. It's not like I don't do this an awful lot, but sometimes I'll start doing an eye look and then I'm like, nope, remove it and do it again. It's okay. I think my mind on that palette's starting to change just from this video. And that's okay. We're allowed to change our minds. Got some mascara right here. But yeah, again, leave your comments down below. What are your guys' thoughts on that palette? Do you have it? Sorry, just trying to grab my hairbrush. I washed my hair last night and didn't brush it yet. I wish somebody else would brush it for me. Ugh. I know, the video's long. It's okay. Who are you? As soon as I brush it, any wave and stuff that I had gotten while I was sleeping goes away. Oh, my hair feels so nice. I've been using the Way. Is it Way? Way. Yeah. Is it Way? Shampoo. I haven't been using conditioner. My hair feels that stuff. Just the shampoo on its own makes my hair feel so soft. Yeah. I can't believe how soft it makes my hair without me having to use conditioner. I do have the leave-in spray-in conditioner. I use that randomly, not a lot. It's nice, but I can do without it. I bought it in a set during the VIB sale. Alright, I shall let you guys all go. I'll be back. I might start recording my, not at this very moment, but I think I might record my makeup collection video tonight or tomorrow, because I have no work tomorrow. At least that way, so I at least have it up. Yeah, the eyebrows are still okay. This is not my favorite makeup look. At least just not the eyes. That palette just kind of ruined my mood. Not really. I feel a little bit disappointed in it right now. But again, that could be user error. Let me know what your comments and thoughts are on the Ethereal Moonlight. It's definitely smoky, definitely cool tone, which again, I like smoky, I like cool tone. But on my skin tone so far, the looks keep pulling muddy and a little too gray. This is okay though. I'm gonna have to go back and see what I originally done with that palette. Yeah, let me know. I do like this skin, and I like this lip combo. Again, it's one of those looks I could do, just remove all the eye makeup except for the mascara and go out the door. It's a good look for that. Yeah, my jumbo big lip. Anyways, guys, if you stuck around this long, put a Christmas tree down in the bottom in the comments. Some of you guys like long form content, some of you don't. I think I prefer long form. Give me like a good 45-minute to an hour video, or even longer, because sometimes I just like listening or watching on my TV while I'm folding laundry, or I will take it to the kitchen while I'm doing dishes and cooking on my phone. I'm still into long form. And yeah, anyways. And also to the new subscribers, hello and thank you for subbing. We hit 300 and it went back below 300. I already knew that was going to happen. I think I said that in this video. Sometimes I say things and I don't know if I say them out loud or if I say them in my head. Again, I guess I'll say this now, just like with my last giveaway, Michelle, my friend Michelle won that giveaway. She won a $100 gift card, and I've been debating. I said my next giveaway I would do it when I hit 300, but I have to stay at 300 subs for a couple of weeks to a month. I was telling Matt what I think I want my next giveaway prize to be, and I think it's gonna be some of my favorite lip products. That's what it's gonna be. How many? I don't know, because I have quite a few favorite lip products. If you've been here long enough too, you know some of my favorite lip products, my favorite lip brands. Most of them are from Sephora, but I have a couple from the drugstore that are favorites. But that's what my next giveaway is going to be. It's going to be some, not all, but some of Tammy's favorite lip products. I want to have it like be at least 5 of my favorite lip products because I have a slew. But yeah, I'm gonna skedaddle out of here, and yeah, I'm gonna. Hopefully the internet people get here soon because Grace is itching to get out the door. And she needs my help. And yeah, thanks to all the new subs. Hello, welcome, stick around if you're into chatty get right with me. Sometimes I'm more chatty than others. Sometimes they're like half hour, an hour. Sometimes they turn into a whole TV series. Just joking, but sometimes they get as long as this. Especially when something like this happens where I wipe the eye makeup off and I restart. In this case, twice. Usually I only do it once. And it's not often. But yeah, just like in person when you're trying to like leave and get out the door, I'm just gonna say adios guys and thanks for sticking around. Have a good one.